Hello, Facebook. How are we doing? I'm just going to give everyone a few minutes, see if anyone is coming this morning. Let's wait and see. I'm just here having very nice cacao. Oh, hey there. If you want to type in the box and let me know you're here. Hey, Satya, how's it going? Are you going to be sticking around? Well, thanks for liking me drinking my cacao. That's nice. Are you going to do the class today, Satya? Are you going to be running off teaching other places? Are you busy these days? We should have a call. Haven't spoken to you in a long, long time. So how are you getting on, Satya? Or how is your yoga practice and your yoga training? Are you doing yoga online at the moment? What are you up to? Just going to give everyone a few minutes before we start. Oh, okay. That's really nice, Satya. We're going to do a meditation. We're going to do a Kriya that I really like for the navel nerve and lower spine strength. I've started doing this every morning. I love this Kriya before, and I think it's even more important now because it's working on the lower centers, and it's all about feeling stable regardless of the circumstance and the situation. Yeah, I know Zoom. I haven't done anything through Zoom yet. I may go over there at a later date, but for now, Facebook Live. See if I can get some people interested. This is the way forward. Hello, there are some other people who've joined the line. If you want to type your name in the box, let me know if you're here or if you're just passing through. This is cacao, if you're wondering. I'm just going to give everyone a few minutes to see if anyone else wants to join. I'll wait maybe another minute or two. See if anyone else is going to be joining today. If you're here, please let me know in the box so I can see you. I may start doing these classes, let's see, on Zoom, maybe next week or maybe the week after. Let's see if people are interested. Oh, fixing my hair. So if you're here and you'd like to do the class, let me know. Send me a message, let me know you're here. Oh, hey, Agnieszka. Are you going to be sticking around? Well, 8 a.m. was one of the times that was suggested by people. So here I am, 8 o'clock. It's a good way to start the day, I think. So make sure that you get up early rather than staying in bed all day, which I think is a habit that we can easily fall into. So if you're going to stay and do the class, just send me a quick message so that I know that you're here, because I know lots of people they're just like filing through, checking their messages in the morning. Brilliant, Agnieszka. And I have sorted something out for today. So okay, so Agnieszka, there are another couple of people on the page at the moment, but I'm not sure if they're going to be sticking around. So if you're joining today, what I invite you to do, let me move the computer a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. So just get yourself into a nice comfortable position. You can be seated in easy pose and cross-legged position on the floor for this. And what I invite you to do is just come into Gyan Mudra, so index finger and thumb touching, resting them on the knees, and just begin to take your awareness onto the breath. Sit with a nice straight spine. Imagine you've got the cord attached to the crown of the head, lifting it up. I am just feeling you. So imagine you've got the cord attached to the crown of the head, lifting it up. And close your eyes. Take your awareness to the space between the eyebrow. And just begin to take your awareness to the breath. So inhaling, taking the breath all the way down into the belly, up into the chest, up into the shoulders. Feel the chest expanding out, and on the exhale, squeezing in the navel, making it slow and deep as you can. Inhale completely. And exhale. So really focusing on taking your breath all the way down into the belly. And just allow the breath to move down the back of the throat, filling up the belly and all the way up into the chest. And just see how even that has taken you down. Maybe you were feeling, the early morning sensations, and just notice how the breath takes you into yourself, even just in a few moments. So we're going to start, we start with Kundalini Yoga, we start by tuning in when we use a mantra. The mantra is Ong Namo Gurudev Namo, and it means I bow to the Guru within myself. So this is what we're connecting to. Namo, it means to bow. You're bowing down to the Guru, whatever the Guru is for you, your higher self, infinity. So sitting with a nice straight spine, and we're just going to rub the hands together, really generating some heat here between the palms of the hands. And bring the thumbs in to connect with the sternum. Inhale deep. And exhale completely. Inhale fully. And exhale. And we're going to inhale to chant, or feel free to just listen. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And inhale deep all the way up. Stretch the spine up straight and tall, and squeeze the root lock. So anus, sexual organs, belly into the backbone. Tip of the tongue touching the roof of the mouth. And look up through the crown of the skull with the eyes closed. Just feel that connection. And exhale, bringing the hands down onto the knees. And we're just going to gently start moving the spine. So waking up the spine. This exercise is called Sufi grinds. And it's an exercise the Sufis use to prepare for meditation. So we have hands on the knees and we're just rotating the chest around. So the chest is moving from a convex to a concave shape, and you're moving it around, starting in an anti-clockwise motion. And we're inhaling forward, exhaling back. So you can see the head is remaining relatively still, and it's just the chest and the spine that's flexing. Inhale forward, press the chest forward, and exhale back, as if someone is pulling your bra strap. If you happen to wear a bra, inhale forward and exhale back. So just get into a nice rhythm with this. And you can even sound the breath out. So really allow the breath to speak to you this morning. As you move, see if you can go, see how deep you can go. So right into the pelvis. As you inhale forward and exhale back. So getting the full range of motion all the way around. And if the mind is going thinking about what you're going to have for breakfast, your wife, your husband, what the things you have to do today, or maybe you're already in panic mode, I invite you to use this mantra. So just experiment with this. So as you inhale, mentally vibrating the mantra Sat. Sat, it means truth. And on the exhale, mentally vibrating the mantra Nam. So inhale Sat, exhale Nam. And eyes closed, and your focus is at the space between the eyebrows. So all of these things get to maintain your focus. Keep the eyes closed as well, because when you have your eyes open, you're looking around you, your mind follows that. Good. So keep going with this motion. Inhale Sat, exhale Nam. And moving now in the opposite direction, so changing to a clockwise direction. Again, inhale Sat, get the full range of motion, and exhale Nam. And just notice how that might feel different. Maybe notice any clicks, any cracks. So we're just watching the body. Eyes are closed again, and focusing on that space between the eyebrows. Keep it going. Just looking for my timer, which is, and gradually making those circles now a little bit slower, slowing it down, and slowly bringing them in towards the center. So slowing it right down until you come to that space in the center. Inhale, deep in this position, stretch the spine up straight and tall, pull the chin back. So you've got the full extension up through the crown of the head, tip of the tongue touching the roof of the mouth, so making that full connection, and squeeze the anus, your Kegel muscles, belly into the backbone, the tip of the tongue touching the roof of the mouth. And exhale, relax. And we're going to do some work again on the spine. So we're going to do some spinal flexes now. So again, you can sit in easy pose for this one. And we're going to put the hands on the ankles. And we're going to inhale, press the chest forward, exhale back. So you're going again from a convex to a concave shape. Inhale forward, exhale back. So you can start off slowly and build it up to whatever pace you're comfortable with this morning. And again, we can work with the mantra, inhale Sat, exhale Nam. So getting the full range of motion here and moving from the hips. You're leading from this place in the center of the chest here. This is leading the motion, and the chin is kind of gliding above. Keep the eyes closed if you can, and the tip of the tongue connected to the roof of the mouth. All of these little things, they keep your connection, and keep you centered within yourself, which is what we are going to be working on today. We're going to be working on creating that rock in the river so that we can maintain our stability regardless of the storm that's going on around us. We can stay safe within ourselves. And that sense of safety, it doesn't come from anyone else. We generate that, we create that ourselves. So this is all about taking back your power and building a strong lower triangle, the first 3 chakras. This is where all of your fears and your animalistic urges come from. And keeping it moving, we're just going to move the hands up to the knees now, continuing with the motion. Just notice how that starts to affect a different place in the spine. So it's kind of moving the energy up to the upper spine. And inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale Sat, exhale Nam. Keep the eyes closed if you can. I'm going to be guiding you as best I can with my voice. So see how much you can trust that. Inhale Sat, exhale Nam. And once you get comfortable with this, you can start speeding it up slightly. So really generating some heat here. And the last few times, last few seconds. And inhale, stretch the spine up straight and tall. And we're going to squeeze the root lock, so anus, sexual organs, belly into the backbone, tip of the tongue touching the roof of the mouth. And exhale, relax. Good. So just take a moment and notice what that's doing for you. Particularly, we've been working a lot with the spine in the last few exercises. So just note how that's feeling and keep the spine extended. So see how different it feels when you have your spine extended and standing straight. You're sitting straight. Okay. So we are going to get straight into our set today, because there are quite a few exercises to get through. So for this one, we're going to come to sitting on the left heel. So if you can do this, you're like sitting, heel like this. Your right leg is outstretched out in front of you. Ideally, it's relatively straight, and we're going to bend forward, touching wherever you can on the leg. If you can touch the toes, that's great. If not, holding on to the calves or the ankles, wherever you can. And we're going to be bending forward. So just bending forward and bending down from the spine. So you've got a nice straight spine. And we're just going to hold that position with long, deep breathing now. So breathing. The spine is straight. And if you can't make it to the toes, just holding the calves, the knees. The important thing here is to have a straight spine. mind starts to wander, because we do get bored, we always want to be occupied. The mind is always looking for new things to think about, to worry about. Come back to the mantra. Inhale Sat, exhale Nam. And on every exhale, just see if you can move down a little bit further, creating that stretch. Inhale Sat, exhale Nam. So ideally your heel is kind of in the rectum area between the buttocks cheeks. And your eyes can be open with this one, focusing on the toes, and just visualize, focus the chest moving forward towards the knee. Stay as still as you can. And throughout this motion, just do a little squeeze of the anus, sexual organs, belly into the backbone. Slightest squeeze there. And press forward. You're going to feel this in your hamstring. And if your mind is wandering off left and right, use the breath. Inhale Sat, exhale Nam. Visualize, mentally vibrate the sound with the breath. Last few moments. So pull back on the toe. Keep the eye focus there on the big toe. The last few moments. And inhale deep. Pull back the toe. Completely exhale now. Pull in on the belly and squeeze more. Squeeze anus, sexual organs, belly into the backbone. This is called the root lock. Squeeze with the breath held out. And inhale again. Little squeeze there. Exhale completely. And squeeze again with the breath held out. Last time, inhale. And squeeze. And exhale. And squeeze last time. And inhale, you can slowly release yourself out of the posture. And give the legs a little shake out. You can find yourself get yourself into a comfortable position just to notice. So what's happening in your body, what this very simple exercise has done for your body so far. So often we're in such a hurry to get through things, and we don't take the time to enjoy and to feel. And I think that is the invitation of the current situation. We are invited to be still and to start to feel. And from that place, we can do a lot of healing. Okay, very nice. So for our next one now, I'm going to give you a few different ways of doing this. So you may need to lean against a wall for this one. If you need to, or lean against something, have something behind you to support you. So we're going to come into a posture that's called Kundalini Lotus. So you're starting with your feet together, and you're leaning back slightly and bringing the legs out straight. So straight as you can, and we're just holding this position with long, deep breathing. That is it. So getting yourself, if you can't do that one, you can come into just do the best you can, hold the legs up as best you can. And also, if you need to, you can totally lean against a wall. That's totally legit. That's what you need to do. So have a little lean against the wall. For balance, it really helps. And then bring the feet up. So you've kind of engaged the navel. That's the trick with this one. And let's begin together. It may be easier to do this one with the eyes open for balance, but if you can also close your eyes for this one. If you need to keep your eyes open, find a spot on the wall or on the horizon and focus there. Open up the legs and long, deep breathing. Engage the navel. That's the trick to this. So when you have a strong navel, you are not pushed around by circumstances, because after all, the circumstances aren't the thing that create in your life. That comes from you. Just do the best version for you. As long as you are doing your best in this practice, you reap all the benefits. It's not about competition. It's not about being better or worse than all of that stuff, all of that comparison. This is all the ego. And this is what we're moving away from now. This is the call of the times now. We've got to move away from this ego consciousness competition to a sense of community. Work on getting the legs as straight as you can. And try to keep the spine as straight as you can as well. If you need to, coming out of the posture, do that for a moment and then get straight back into it. Because the way you do your yoga, we're training ourselves. It's not just about what you do on the mat. We're training ourselves for life. It's the way you do your yoga. It's the way you do your life. So if you find yourself giving up when things get a little bit tough in your life, we're in a very challenging moment now. Or do you find yourself giving up there too? And the yoga is a chance to practice breaking through our limiting beliefs, our limitations, our perceived limitations. Just 30 seconds now. So see how perfect you can make the posture, perfect it. Straighten the legs, visualize yourself doing it perfectly. Straight spine. This allows the energy to move up the spine. 15 seconds. And inhale deep. And exhale, slowly relax it down. Come into easy pose. Sitting with a straight spine, and just notice the subtle effects of that exercise now. Just become aware. The whole practice of Kundalini Yoga is about awareness. It's about becoming aware of what's inside. Okay, right. So for our next one now, we're going to bring the legs straight out in front of us. So legs are straight out in front of you on your mat or wherever you happen to be sitting. And we're going to bend forward as far as you can, holding on to wherever you can, if that be the ankles. So you want to have the legs as straight as you can get them here. So the legs are straight, bending forward, holding on to the ankles, the calves, or the toes if you couldn't quite make it there. But you want to have the spine as straight as you can get it. And the eyes are closed in this position. You've got a chin lock. So the chin lock means your head is, you're pulling your chin in slightly. So you've got a straight spine. That's the most important thing. So we don't want this kind of thing going on. No hunchback of Notre Dame. You want to have a straight spine all the way up into the crown of the head and bending forward, holding on to wherever you can hold on to this morning. Pull back on the toes, so you're going to feel this in the back of the legs. And getting yourself into position, and begin long, deep breathing in this position. Again, coming back to the mantra, inhale Sat, exhale Nam. And on every exhale, just see if you can bend it a little further forward, bending from the hip. So you want the whole of the spine moving together. And on every exhale, just try to move the center of the chest a little bit closer towards the knee. So moving the whole of the spine together and then pressing it forward. Again, it's not about comparing yourself. It's about doing the best that you can do for you today. Last minute now. So really see on the exhale if you can come a little bit closer to the knees. Just over half a minute now. Stretch yourself. And inhale, exhale completely, and squeeze the anus, sexual organs, belly into the backbone. The breath held out. Inhale again, exhale completely, and squeeze again, bend it forward. And last time, inhale, exhale completely, and squeeze, and bend forward as you do. And inhale, slowly coming out of the posture. Give the legs a little shake. Keep the eyes closed. Noticing any sensations in the legs. Just allowing that energy to flow. So whatever feelings or emotions or sensations come up, let that be okay. It's all welcome here. Okay, so we're moving to our next exercise now. And we're going to come with the legs straight out in front of us on the mat. So then we're going to come into back platform. So the hands, you're going to feel this in the wrists probably. So your hands are just behind where your buttocks are. Your legs are straight out in front of you with the toes pointed forward. Yeah, with the toes pointed forward. And then what we're doing is we're going to raise the hips up. So you've got a diagonal line going straight from the toes, which you can't see, all the way up to the top of the chest. And the head is staying into the chest. It's not falling back. We're holding it in. And you guess it, in this position, this set is quite repetitive, but very powerful in my experience. We're just holding this with long, deep breathing. So this is, again, going to be activating your navel area and your abdominals. So you have a strong center. It's a lot working on the abdominals here and also your digestive system. Because how you do digest your food is a reflection of how you digest your emotional life in your day-to-day life. So getting yourself into your position, holding it there, and beginning long, deep breathing. Close the eyes again. Bring the chin into the chest. Inhale, Sat. Exhale, Nam. And keep the buttocks up. Point the toes. Straight elbows. Push the chest forward and up. Open it up. Almost there. Keep it going. Stay with the breath and use the breath to push through. So inhale, Sat. Exhale, Nam. If you find your body is shaking gently, just allow that to happen. Don't worry, this is normal, just your body recalibrating yourself. But obviously, if you're feeling in major pain, please do listen to that. This isn't about suffering. This is about, breaking through the obstacles that we create in our mind for ourselves. Check in. Is that really your body that needs to rest right now? Or is it just the mind saying things are getting a little bit tough? Because you know what? We've got to admit things are tough right now for everyone. So we've got to work, rather than changing the outside, we've got to change ourselves. That's the power we do have. If there's nothing you can do to change the situation outside, change yourself. And that will change things on the outside. Less than a minute left now, guys. Just 40 seconds. So perfect it. Raise the buttocks up a little bit higher. If it was sinking down a little bit, get that perfect alignment all the way from the toes up through the spine. 30 seconds. Breathe into it. Just over 10 seconds. Come on, keep up, keep up. And inhale, exhale, hold the breath out and squeeze. Inhale, exhale, and squeeze, hold the breath out. Last time, inhale, and exhale, and squeeze. And inhale, release. Oh, good. Oh, yes. And just doing what you need to do. Maybe your wrists feeling a little bit tight after that. And breathe into it. Whatever is there for you, just take the breath there. Let the breath go there. Okay, so we're going to come to lying on our front now, lying on the stomach, and we're going to do some push-ups. So this is working on your upper body strength, and obviously if you need to working with whatever stage you're at with these, you can also do them on the knees. So bring the knees together if you need to do it like that. And we're starting lying face down on the mat. Hands are into just around the shoulders, and we're going to do 13 push-ups. So all the way down and all the way up. So working at your own pace, doing 30 push-ups. So let's go. I'm trying to move the whole body as a unit. Inhale up, exhale down. So you're going from plank, moving the whole body as a plank if you can. Inhale up, exhale down. So take a break if you need to get back into it as and when. Listen to your body and working with where you're at right now. It's not about killing yourself. It's about doing the best that you can do right now and pushing beyond any obstacles, any mind voices that say you can't do that. Do whatever you can. I have 10 more to do. If you're done, inhale and you can relax there on the belly. You can create a little pillow with the hand, left hand, one hand on top of the other, and just rest the forehead there. And just allow the breath to regulate itself. So the next exercise is a bit of a challenging one, and you may need to get some extra padding on your mat. Yes, right. So I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm just rolling up the mat here, getting some extra cushioning here, because what we're going to do, we're going to come down onto our backs, and we're going to make fists with the hands, and then the legs out straight in front, toes pointed. We're going to raise the body up, holding it from the elbows. So even if it's just 1 millimeter off the floor, working with that. Long, deep breathing in this position. Try to keep the pose. If you need to, I've been doing this every day. So if you need to, you can also cheat a little bit and bring the arms down there. So you've got a little bit of extra support. But do what you can. And the head again is remaining up, and you're looking in. Your chin is into the chest, so your head isn't falling back and open. The chin is very much into the chest. So getting into the position that's going to work for you today, and it's just about doing the best that you can do right now. No more and no less. So elbows into the ground and raising your buttocks up. Even if it's just 1 millimeter off the mat, engage the navel point. So you've got just the heels and the elbows on the ground. That's the ideal position. Not easy, this one. It's about building your grit. Just try to keep the buttocks even 1 millimeter off the ground. That's okay. If you need to come out of it, do that. Get back into it as soon as you can. Do your best. No more, no less. Just your best. That's all that's asked of you here. We're nearly there now. Just over a minute remaining. Raise that buttocks up, straight spine. Go for it. There's a nice relaxing exercise after this, a nice stretch. Less than half a minute now. Squeeze the fists if that helps. And raise the buttocks up. Let's go. Last few seconds. And inhale. Exhale and squeeze. And relax. And then you can come to relaxing on your back. Just let go. And as I said, our next exercise is basically lying down. So we're coming to we're sitting in this called celibate pose. So your knees are open and your heels are outside of your buttocks ideally. And then in this position, we're just going to come to lying down. So you may need to use some props and things. You can use a cushion behind your spine. Let me show you what that looks like. Actually, so you can go into this a bit more gently. So you can have a few cushions behind you. So sitting, open up the legs, and then we're leaning back. This is a really good opening position. So, and then coming to lie down flat on your back, chest open, the arms down by the sides of the body. So if this is too much for you, you can kind of come to resting on the elbows like this and working there. That's going to be enough opening for you today, perhaps. So working with where you are, you're going to feel the stretch on the top of the thighs. And see if you can relax in this position. Any tension that you're feeling, breathe into it. Let me just check my timer. Long, deep breathing really helps in these exercises. Inhale Sat, exhale Nam. Every exhale, just seeing if you can release a little bit more, any tension from the thighs, opening up the chest. Last few moments now. And inhale and exhale. Squeeze. And we're going to inhale and very, very gently now. So from whatever position you're in, very gently using your elbows and slowly coming up out of the position. So going really easy. And coming up into a comfortable seated position. So we just want to let the energy from that sink in. And just breathing into that. some feelings came up for that one. So we just have a couple more exercises to do, and then there's a really lovely meditation, which I'm going to take you through. So the next exercise, it's called frog pose, and it's going to introduce you to muscles in your body that perhaps you've never met before. That is quite possible. So I'm going to demonstrate for you, and if you have any problems with your knees, really take it easy with this one, especially after the previous posture. You might find that it's a little bit hard on your knees, so I'm going to give you an alternative, and we're going to do 30 of these exercises. So what it is, we're going to be channeling our inner frog. Let me move this slightly so you can see what I'm doing. So we're crouching down, the ankles are touching, and the feet, you see the toes and the knees should be pointing in the same direction. This is quite important. The fingertips are on the floor. And in this position, we're going to inhale, raise the buttocks up, and the head goes down. So you're moving between these seated position and then raising it up with the buttocks in the air and the head down. So we're going to do 30 of these. If you're feeling some serious pain in the knees when you do this, just come into some regular squats. That's what I would suggest. So just have the knees and the toes pointed out and just go up and down, simply like that. Okay, so when you're ready in your own time, let's do 30 of these. So 30 up and down frog squats. If you feel the pain in your thighs, that means you're doing it right. Okay, so but you should not feel any pain in your knees. So listen to that pain in the knees. Please listen to that. Inhale up and exhale down. And when you've done your 30, relax. Give the legs a little shake out. Give them a little rub. Get your breath back. And coming into a seated position just to let that settle. And tuning into your thighs, tuning into the lower part of your body, just noticing how that's feeling. Maybe you're getting some sensations there. Maybe you're noticing something in your chest. Notice what your breathing is like. Does that feel different? Okay, you'll be happy to hear that there is only one exercise left now, and then we will get into the meditation. So for our last exercise, we are again going to come to lying down flat on the mat, okay? And we're just going to do some alternate leg raises. So lying down flat on the mat, ideally nothing underneath your head, so you've got total straight spine. And we're going to inhale up with one leg, just do a little squeeze of the mulabandha, and exhale down. So we're just holding, inhaling, doing a little squeeze, anus, sexual organs, belly, and lay into the backbone as we inhale. And when you get into a rhythm with this, let's begin. Inhale up and exhale down. Try to keep the legs as straight as you can. If you need to have a little bend, you can have a little bend in the leg that's on the ground. That makes it easier. Just over a minute left now. So this exercise is really, again, engaging the navel. This is our emotional center. The emotional brain is here. This is why you have the butterflies in the stomach. And you just have a bad feeling in your stomach about something. This is your emotional brain. So when this area is strong as well, we're not slave to our emotions. We become master of ourselves, master of our own domain. And really, when you think about it, it's not the outside situation that affects you, it's our own emotions about what's going on. So whether that be fear or anger or, just feelings of helplessness, these are all personal feelings that we generate within ourselves. And on your next inhale, inhale up and exhale down. Good. And just relax it there. We're going to have a little relaxation at the end, but not just yet. So take a few breaths, and we're going to come slowly onto your side and come up into a seated meditative posture. So for me, I like to be in easy pose. So in Gyan Mudra, index finger and thumb touching, resting on the knee. And squeeze in the navel point, eyes closed, and just mentally view the entire body. So scan through every area and every cell. You can start at the toes and the soles of the feet. And as you do this, your mind will send many thoughts. And the subconscious will release thoughts. So whatever the thought is, just reject that thought. Don't agree with the identification that they invite. So whether the thoughts are true or false, it doesn't matter. Just reject it and move on. Free yourself. Free yourselves to be neutral. So if the thought is, I am sitting, change that thought to, I am not sitting. Simply assert your presence, to be as you are and nothing else. Just be. Let all thoughts release and resolve themselves into the vastness of your being that includes all polarities, right, wrong, good, bad, black, white. Every thought that arises, it invites you to identification, but stay neutral. You are not the body. You are not the mind. You are not the spirit. You are the consciousness that gives rise to and integrates all of these. And when you're ready, gently coming down to lie on your back. Cover yourself with a blanket. So lying down flat, the arms down by the sides of the body and the palms facing the ceiling. And totally relax the body. Inhale, feel yourself light as a feather. And exhale, sinking down. Inhale, expanding and rising up like a feather. Exhale, sinking down heavy. And feel yourself supported by the mat beneath you. And let yourself go. And very gently now, beginning to deepen the breath. Coming back into the body. Taking the breath down into the toes and the fingers, just wriggling them. And rotating the wrists and the ankles. And changing direction now. And raising the arms up over the head, stretching them up, pointing the toes down below you, still lying down. And we're going to sigh the breath out. So inhale and sound it out. Ah. We're going to do it again. Inhale. Stretch and point the toes. Ah. Last time. Inhale. Stretch the body, point the toes. Really go for it. Ah. And coming into cat stretch. So simple way of doing it, if you don't know cat stretch, bring both knees into the chest, pull them over to the left side, and the arms twisting the opposite way. So right arm. So and then changing sides. So twisting the knees over to the right this time. And bringing the knees into the chest, soles of the feet together, rubbing the palms of the hand, really generating some heat. So these are the endings of the meridian points in the palms of the hand and the soles of the feet. Just waking up the body and bringing the hands, the heel of the hand onto the eyes, just drinking in that energy. Giving the face a little massage, releasing any tension that's still there, and bringing the knees into the chest, like in little circles in the lower spine, rocking side to side, and then coming to rock along the full length of the spine, inhaling back and exhaling forward until you come all the way back up into seated position. Bringing hands into the center of the chest, giving them a little rub. So we're just going to close our practice. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. And we're going to close with a long Sat Nam. So Sat is truth and Nam is the name, just to seal our practice. So inhale deep. Sat Nam. And raising the arms up over the head and drawing all that energy that we've generated down through the centers of the body and bowing down to the floor, grounding your energy back into this reality, earthly reality that we're in, and slowly crawling the hands back and extending the spine up one column at a time, with the head coming last. And just notice how you're feeling now. Noticing any changes in the body, your emotional body, your physical body. So Satanam everybody, and thank you for your practice here today. You can always go back to this. It's going to be on my personal page. If you want to do this again, this is my personal practice at the moment. Yeah. So if you enjoyed the class, you can. I'm going to put a donate button. I'm going to link a donate button, but There's no obligation to. It's just for people have asked me. So if you've got value out of the class and you feel you can donate something. But otherwise, I am going to be doing some regular classes here on Facebook, and I'm also going to be starting some Zoom live. So I would love to hear your feedback and any comments or suggestions that you have. I'm also going to be doing some healing stuff over online as well. So yeah, keep in touch and really look after yourselves, because right now more than ever, this we've got to keep our communities strong. That's what this is all about, where things are getting blown away, dusted away, and we get to generate from the inside out. That's real power, that's real commitment, and that's real truth. Satnam Vaheguru.